Every golfer dreams of building a premium indoor simulator, but most of us assume it requires dropping $20,000 and hiring a custom install team. Enter the FlightScope Mevo Gen2 SIG-10 package. At $3,499, it hits a very attractive entry price for a home setup. For that money, you get the Doppler radar launch monitor, a premium American-made 10 by 8 foot SIG-10 enclosure, and base simulation software with 8 iconic courses. It is marketed as a complete simulator studio, but that label masks some unforgiving physical laws and a few critical missing pieces of hardware. This diagram shows the split reality of a pre-bundled package. On the left, the marketing promise for $3,500. On the right, the playable reality. You secure the core components, but a functional system requires integrating separate pieces of hardware. If you don't audit your exact room dimensions and calculate the true out-of-pocket costs before you buy, you are setting yourself up for severe buyer's remorse. The reason this system is so affordable is its core technology, Doppler radar. But radar has strict physical demands. Because the Mevo tracks from behind, it must sit 8 feet behind the mat. The radar needs another 8 feet of flight time to the screen, creating a minimum 16-foot room depth. Mapped against typical spaces, standard bedrooms and shallow garages immediately fail. Try squeezing this unit into a 14-foot room, and the radar simply won't have enough space to capture accurate full swing or chipping parameters. Depth is just the floor plan. You also have to swing the club. The SIG-10 enclosure requires over 10 feet of width and nearly 9 feet of ceiling clearance to swing safely without hitting the frame. If your designated room has less than 15 to 16 feet of total depth, purchasing a behind-the-ball radar system is mathematically useless. Assuming you have the 16 feet, the second limitation of the Mevo Gen2 is that Doppler radar is highly sensitive to environmental interference. Radar waves don't play well with moving metallic objects. Air conditioning units, large steel refrigerators, and rotating overhead fans will quickly scramble the signal and ruin your tracking data. Even stationary electronics cause problems. Fluorescent lights, laptops, or TVs placed in front of the launch monitor can create dead spots in the reading. This creates an immediate conflict for most buyers. The most common places with space, basements and garages, are exactly where furnaces, fridges, and fans live permanently. 16 feet of depth is useless if the room isn't an electronic dead zone free of mechanical movement. This environment makes the setup significantly more complex than the marketing suggests. Let's step out of the room and look at the financial reality. You have the monitor and screen, but you need a way to actually project the courses onto it. Starting at $3,500, the first hidden cost is a projector, adding $900 to $1,500. Next, rendering simulation graphics smoothly requires an RTX 4070 PC or a late-model iPad Pro. This pushes the true out-of-pocket total closer to $6,000. Now, even at $6,000, this setup is thousands cheaper than $20,000 commercial simulators. But calling this a $3,500 budget simulator is only accurate if you already happen to have a heavy-duty gaming PC and an extra projector sitting in a closet. We also need to talk about the software itself. The huge advantage is that it includes an E6 Connect 8-course bundle with 0 ongoing monthly subscription fees. Out of the box, the base Mevo provides foundational ball data like carry distance, spin, and ball speed. That gives you plenty of feedback for standard practice. What is missing out of the box is the critical club data. Metrics like club path and face angle are the exact numbers needed to fix a severe swing flaw, like a stubborn slice. Accessing professional club data and face impact heat maps require specific software add-ons. The Pro Package and Face Impact bundles add $1,400. Avoiding mandatory monthly subscriptions is a massive financial win. However, for professional-level swing diagnostics, you will eventually hit a data ceiling and face those secondary investments. So how do you decide if the Mevo Gen2 SIG-1 package is the right purchase? Let's run your situation through a hard filter. First constraint, physical space. Over 15 feet of room depth? If no, pivot to a side-mounted camera system, like SkyTrack. Past that, the interference test. Is the space free of moving metallic appliances? Finally, do you have the budget for a PC and projector? The absolute ideal buyer for this package is a homeowner with a deep, empty 16-foot garage, no noisy refrigerators or AC units nearby, and a high-end computer already sitting on their desk. If your room and budget pass that strict physical and financial audit, the Mevo Gen2 SIG 10 package delivers an incredible subscription-free value.